take a church in a place where the people have lost the faith.
I don't believe in it.
I don't like them. I won't go in.
Rather sing me a karaoke.
This is my church. Here, every day.
Church of England clergy prepared to risk new ideas.
Clearly we've got to speak in contemporary language in a way that people can understand.
Create a team of experts. Religious background helpful, not necessary.
It's been Christmas once, I don't know.
If you start talking to me about a personal connection with God, I've fallen asleep.
Mad psychedelic colours like that, maybe yes.
How do we get the people of Landwood interested in their church?
It just looks like the brief from hell.
What Bishop Tony's got in hand.
Then find a vicar who can perform a miracle. Lundwood, Barnsley. Once a thriving South Yorkshire mining village, now it struggles with poverty and high unemployment. St Mary Magdalene Church is the last one left here. But like communities all over Britain, people have better things to do on a Sunday morning.
Right, Father, it's time to go.
Hymn number 482.
All is safely gathered in.
Numbers in the pews have reached crisis point. Something's got to change. Church headquarters, Wakefield. The Archdeacon, second in command to the bishop, is advertising for a dynamic vicar to turn the church around.
Oh, here we are. We're looking to appoint a new parish priest who's willing to take risks for the sake of the gospel and put the church back at the centre of community life.
Time to go to church. Church? I've been at church for 40 years.
It's just not my kind of thing. I ain't got time to go.
I think church is a DNR.
Oh, bugger 'em.
There's much more to tell. So for further details, contact me, Jonathan Greener, the Archdeacon of Pontefract. If it doesn't work, of course, the future looks pretty bleak for the place.
A house has been bought at the posh end of the village to make the job more attractive.
The garden is fab.
The church struggles to find vicars who'll take on this kind of work.
A job like this, where there's a huge challenge ahead, there aren't that many people out there who are waiting for this opportunity to fall through their letterbox. Nice sized shower.
The church is determined not to abandon the village, whatever the cost. Father David Nicholson has looked after Lundwood for the last 3 years, but his contract has come to an end.
Maybe I've failed, I don't know. If the bishop decides that this is the end of the line, then this is the end of the line.
Do you feel a bit hurt by all of this?
Yes, I do. Yeah.
In the unity of the Holy Spirit.
Church-going in Barnsley is amongst the lowest in Europe. But the church is a bit disappointed that only one person has applied for the job, from an unexpected place.
Dear Father Jonathan, I'm an American, currently serving as an assistant rector at a large suburban parish in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. If he's the right sort of American, I think we all know that some Americans can be charming, delightful, and just what we need, and have the right level of enthusiasm to help carry people along.
The Archdeacon has asked me if I would be kind enough to show him around and tell him about things as and when he asks. So I will do as I'm asked.
And will you tell it as it is?
As it is, there's no point in telling it otherwise. Yep. Warts and all.
Will you behave yourself?
Can't promise.
What do you think he'll make of you?
Oh, God knows. Don't know. I think that he probably will think we should never met me, but I don't know. He comes in a flamboyant sort of Hawaii 5-0 t-shirt. Might say a lot, mightn't it? But I don't think he will.
The American vicar comes from a busy church in a well-to-do suburb of Pittsburgh. It's his first trip to Barnsley.
Father James, welcome to Lundwood. I think the best thing to do is to go and have a look inside what might become yours one day. In essence, this is the only Christian community
That's what I've been told.
In Lundwood. The people are hard. They're not easy. There's a huge drug culture around here.
Gosh.
Heroin.
Oh, gosh.
Good Sundays, 14, 16.
Mm-hmm. Big switch from where I've come from.
But a very different, with respect, very different social makeup, I should imagine.
Yes, definitely.
You know, I mean, this is not Midwest or whatever. This is South Yorkshire. And, you know, you need to be aware of the facts. And I'm not going to tell you any lies.
No.
Okay. Now then, Father, prepare yourself for a cultural experience. It's part of the rich tapestry, really, of what Lundwood is about. It's not going to be an easy existence.
No.
Right then, let's gallivant. There's, you know, a lot of underage, young girls pregnant. You know, this place is the hub of the society and community.
So is this the shopping strip here? Is this it? It raises a lot of questions about ministry and vocation and taking the gospel to the streets.
I think lots of babies are being conceived here. Hello. 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 Sod off. How are you?
I'm fine, how are you?
I'm fine.
Next, James is vetted by St Mary Magdalene's rather traditional church wardens.
So,
what are your feelings on the ordination of women?
That's a tricky question, isn't it? Not knowing where you stand.
Well, that's why I want to know.
Yes. I support women's ordination, but I would not force it upon the place.
What sort of reaction, you know, would you give to somebody who calls all Americans warmongers?
I'm confident on my side that I could befriend people and not bring in sort of the gross American stereotypes.
Yeah. What are your feelings about the homosexual bishop in America?
Put me right on the spot. I'm not in favor.
They did ask some fairly hard questions. I'm glad I wasn't him. If you were to come here, then there's tons of work to do, and it's not going to be easy. And it's not going to happen overnight. Yeah. I really believe that if God is asking you to take this on, then, you know, we're going to have to put our trust and faith in him, really.
Mm-hmm.
After a gruelling afternoon in Lundwood, does James still want the job?
If I were to come here, I would have to live life a little differently than what I'm used to. I enjoy going to having my nice coffee in the New York Times on a Saturday morning or on my day off as a way to sort of unwind, and it wouldn't be that sort of life here. Different culture. I'll pray for a clear answer.
Oh, hello, James. How are you?
The Church of England needs a new vicar to save a failing church in Barnsley.
Ready to start? Well...
A young American is the only person who wants the job.
Is it a yes?
Yeah.
Yes.
The outgoing vicar has held his last service.
If it is God's call, I need to go there no matter what.